New at 11, it's official. That new, more contagious strain of the coronavirus confirmed here in Boston. A woman in her 20s is the state's first verified case. National Guard troops secure the State House here in Massachusetts and across the country, but the violent protests feared by some right-wing groups never materialized.
Tracking a change in temperatures this week as colder air moves in, plus the latest on rain and snow chances.
A record producer turned murderer who Beatle John Lennon once called one of the greatest ever has died in prison. And a pair of strangers deliver $100 to dozens of bartenders, waiters, and waitresses on the North Shore.
Live from the Channel 4 studios in Boston, this is WBZ News at 11.
State health officials have in Boston. Still to come tonight, paying it forward for those in need. How an act of kindness is helping restaurant workers during an exceptionally difficult time. Plus, the sharp decline in customers brought on by the pandemic has been a real struggle for local businesses. But today, WBZ's Paul Burton got a first-hand look at a couple of guys trying to help.
When Melissa Andrews showed up at work today at the Village Tavern in Salem, she had no idea the special tip she would receive from two complete strangers.
We'd like to present you with $100 cash.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. This is awesome.
My name's Scott. This is Mark.
Scott Sheehan and Mark Robertson have been very busy lately, bringing smiles to a lot of restaurant employees in Salem. The pandemic has crushed the restaurant industry, and tight restrictions currently in place has put a significant strain on employees who are living paycheck to paycheck. Inspired by similar acts of kindness in Philadelphia, both Mark and Scott decided to set up a GoFundMe page asking anyone to donate so they can in turn pay it forward by handing out these envelopes to restaurant workers, each containing $100 in cash.
What we're doing isn't going to save the restaurant industry, but what we've been able to do is bring some smiles to people's faces and let them know that the community is still here behind them.
There's an envelope with cash in it, which every service worker loves cash.
Margot Smith works at Bit Bar as a server. She also was surprised by the gift.
It's very inspiring. It just made me really happy to know that people are thinking about one another.
Scott says they've already handed out 60 envelopes to bartenders, waiters, waitresses, and managers in the last few days. They say they plan to keep doing this until all the money runs out. They hope this inspires other cities and towns to do the same thing because they know restaurants are hurting all over.
As awful as this pandemic is, it's so wonderful to see people coming together and helping us out because we're all struggling, and my heart is just so open right now. It's so nice.
Scott and Mark have already raised more than $7,500 in cash, which they plan to distribute. In Salem, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News.
Phil Spector.